Hi Sagittarius. We're going to talk about love. This morning while I was getting ready, I formatted a new spread for love readings. And I am going to pull 3 different energies. I'm going to pull one for singles, one for people who are dating, and one for people who are coupled in an exclusive relationship, whether that be long-term dating each other or living together or married. And when I pull the energies for each particular group, if you're not resonating, like if you're single, but you don't resonate with that energy card, you know right up front, this isn't your reading. You can go click on something else because it's not going to, there's no point in waiting for a story if you're not matching that initial energy. Okay. God, guides, angels, archangels, Holy Spirit, I thank you so much for my Sagittarius friends. And I thank you for tarot as a tool. I don't take flippers whenever I hadn't prayed yet, if you're just passing by, just so you know that. Show us clearly what the energies are of the groups of Sagittarius people that you're speaking to today. In singles, if they're single, what is their energy? If they're dating, what is their energy? And if they are coupled, what is their energy? We thank you for clear and concise messages. We thank you for love, light, and prosperity. And we thank you for clarification, confirmation, and validation. Please show us what are the energies of the single Sagittarius group that you're speaking to, the Sagittarius group that are dating that you want to speak to, and the coupled Sagittariuses that you are speaking to. Okay, ready? If you are single, authority. If you are dating, mental conflict. If you are coupled, partnerships and alliances. Okay, so if you're single, this is the card of the group of people that Spirit's going to be speaking to. This is the card of authority, right? It's the Emperor in the traditional tarot, but this is John Holland's Psychic Tarot, and it is an oracle deck. So this would mean that you are very solid in who you are. You have the like the qualities of every king in the deck. You don't need anybody in your life. Doesn't mean you don't want anybody, because if you didn't want anybody, you wouldn't be here. But you don't need anybody in your life to be happy. You're very solid and firm in who you are and where you are. If you're dating, this is your energy. You're in a place of mental conflict, right? It's like there's something going on within your relationships or within the dates that you're having. There's something that's still not clicking just right, and you're trying to figure it out because you've obviously done some work, right? And now you've got yourself back in that game where you're dating, but you're still attracting some of the wrong kind of people in. And I don't mean the wrong kind of people. I mean you're still attracting people in that you don't want to be matched with for the rest of your life. So you've got some kind of little mental conflict going on there. And then if you're coupled, this is about partnerships and alliances. This is the same as the 3 of Wands. So it's like there's something going on that's a little bit deeper. Y'all need to hang on to each other right now. There's something that you're going through that once you pull through it and get to the other side, you're going to be a little bit stronger in your relationship. Currently you are, I don't want to say rocky water, but you're going through something as a couple, okay? It's not comfortable, whatever it is. Okay, so we're going to start with our singles. So if you don't match those energies, thank you so much for stopping by, and we'll check you next time around. But if you're single and feeling like you don't need anybody in your life, but you're ready, if the right person comes along, this is who we're talking to right now. We're going to get the oracle message. God, guides, angels, archangels, Holy Spirit, thank you so much for giving us messages and guidance through the cards that we call tarot or oracle messages. Show us what is the oracle message for our Sagittarius friends who are single and fine, but would like to have somebody in their life. What is your oracle message for this group of Sagittarius people? We thank you for clear and concise messages. We thank you for love, light, and prosperity. And we thank you for clarification, confirmation, and validation. What is your message for our single Sagittarius friends? Okay, the oracle message is, ooh, magic stream. Okay, I have to put my glasses on to read. I'm going to hold it back up to you so you can look at it. I've had this before, but I can't remember what it is. Okay, ready? Everything is connected through the universal flow of consciousness. Every experience you have seems to have its own life story with a beginning, middle, and eventually an end. However, there's a danger in seeing events as separate from one another, since in fact they are all part of a continuity and a greater evolution. Like an ever-flowing magic stream, your experiences filter through the whole world, one leading into another, informing and influencing still more. Inspiration, invention, and revelations rarely come to just one person. The collective awareness is a shared storehouse of potential. When you remember you're part of a fluid continuity of life, you become a channel for great inspiration. Allow the magic to flow through you and carry your dreams into reality. Your success will benefit many. Okay, so how does that relate to dating or to wanting somebody in your life? I feel like what they're saying is you're going to have to open up a little bit, okay? So you've gotten to this place where you're fine by yourself, but you might have gotten too comfortable being by yourself. I feel like that might be what it's talking about. So we're going to find out because we're going to dig into the actual message. We're using the Arcanum Tarot for the actual message, and I hadn't been showing it in the other ones, but that's the Arcanum Tarot, right? So God, guides, angels, archangels, and Holy Spirit, show us what is the message for our single Sagittarius friends. What is it that you want to say to them in regard to their desire to have a lifelong mate? We thank you for clear and concise messages. We thank you for love, light, and prosperity. And we thank you for clarification, confirmation, and validation. Show us clearly what is the message for our single Sagittarius friends. Okay. You've got the World. You've got the Two of Cups. And you've got the Two of Pentacles. Okay. I love that. So whenever I pull this little spread, it's like a little mini spread for each group of you guys. So whenever I pull this little spread, for me, this is kind of like where you are, where they're wanting to take you, and what is your advice. You're that Sagittarius person, man or woman, it doesn't matter, who has been single for long enough that you're very comfortable where you are. You don't feel like you need anybody in your life, but it'd be nice to have somebody, right? So you're ready for this change, right? This is where you are right now. You're ready for a new part in your life. You're ready to go on and put yourself back out there again. Allow your heart to be open again. And the universe is saying, yeah, we're ready for that too. As a matter of fact, Sagittarius, we have somebody in mind. I love it. That it's like this is in a general reading. I would look at this as you meeting you coming into communion with yourself. But no, this is you coming into communion with your soulmate. This is what the universe is saying. We're prepared. We know where they are, but where are you? Right? Because you've gotten so comfortable with where you are, it's like there's some part of you you're not realizing that everything's connected and everything flows together. It's like you've had yourself cut off for so long, you're not connecting anymore, if that makes sense. So they're saying, but we have what you're wanting. We have that person in mind for you. We know where they are. We know how you can find them. And you're at that place where you're kind of ready, but there's still some kind of hiccup, and it must be that you're so comfortable where you are that maybe you're not necessarily motivated to open yourself up to allowing them in, even though you say that's what you want. So their advice for you is find your balance, right? Find your balance, Sagittarius. Look, this is my life. This is where I am. This is where I want to be. You know, it's such a slight not balance that it's not going to take much. And it's going to be a matter of you opening your heart. See all that water back there? I know Pentacles is about what's in the real world, but you're wanting to bring love into your real world. So it's about all these emotions right here. They're behind you. You're done with that. You did that a long time ago, and you know what? It didn't work out, and you did it 2 or 3 times, and it didn't work out, so you decide I'm good by myself. But now you're ready to get back in there. But those emotions that you left behind you, you've got to open yourself up to that vulnerability again. I'm thinking about it again. I mentioned it in another love reading, I think last month, about the song Garth Brooks, The Dance. You know that you could possibly be hurt again, but you cannot experience the full dance if you don't allow yourself to be vulnerable. And I feel like that's the only little bit of balance that you need to bring back in, is opening up your heart. Because this guy, look how his arms are crossing his heart. I'm good. I'm good. Man or woman. You know, you've been at this place for so long, but you've been thinking, okay, I'm ready. And guess what? They're ready too. You just got a little bit of balance to find. Open up that heart. Uncross those arms. Look at that body language. I don't want nobody near me. Very telling of who you are. So yeah, open your heart, Sagittarius. And let it come in, because they've got that perfect lifelong partner for you. They know where that person is, and they know how to get you there if you hadn't already met them. Okay, we're going to do the PS. God, guides, angels, archangels, and Holy Spirit. Thank you for such a great message for Sagittarius singles. Thank you for showing us that sometimes when we're ready for love, we have to allow love in. We thank you for clear and concise messages. We thank you for love, light, and prosperity. And we thank you for clarification, confirmation, and validation. Show us clearly, what is the PS that goes along with this message for our Sagittarius friends? Look, y'all, God's so awesome, because look at all that water. It's a magic stream. You got to let those emotions flow again. There's water in, well, she might be standing on top of the world, but it's the same color as the water in here. And look, there's water, but they're saying those emotions, you've locked them away behind you. Allow yourself to be vulnerable. Here's your PS. Look, whatever happened in the past, you overcame it. You did. You overcame it, and you're done with that. You've put it to rest. And you've been in a place where you've been on your own long enough that you're comfortable just like you are. But there's that part of you that says, it'd be nice to have somebody in my life, somebody to come home to and cook with, or just hang out with, or whatever it is that it would be nice. So let the past rest. It's gone. It's over with. You've overcome it. This is justice, okay? Look at that balance. The way that you're going to have the justice that you want in a relationship is to find that balance within yourself, right? You're going to get that justice when you bring it back into your life. You justifiably deserve to be in a fulfilling relationship. Look, Spirit's saying, Sag, I got it for you. I know where he's at, where she's at. I can tell you how to get there. But you got to open yourself up to it. So the justice that you're looking for, the justice in a relationship, the equal give and take, the balanced kind of relationship, it's there. They're telling you it's there. Huh! And you can have it. You can have it all. Sagittarius, this is beautiful. Look, this is a relationship that's pure. It's a relationship with no agenda, just being together, right? You don't need them to validate you or prove to you that they love you, and they don't need you to do that either. This is about each other accepting each other at face value for who you are. Whenever little kids are playing, this little young energy on this horse, when little kids are playing out in the yard, or at least when I was little, we didn't ask each other questions about where do you live, where do you work, what do you do, what makes you worthy to be. No, we just accepted each other at face value, and I feel like that's what this is about. It's whenever you come together, it's just going to click. You're just going to know it. You're not going to have to qualify them because you're going to feel it deep in here. It's like the universe is going to sprinkle you with fairy dust. Like whenever you see this person, it's like you're going to feel like there's this haze of fairy dust around you or around them. And it's and not literally maybe, but I mean, you're going to have a knowing. There's going to be a deep knowing, and you're going to be just fine as soon as you balance yourself. Okay, Sagittarius singles, that is your message. Uncross that heart. Open it up. You've been there, done that. All that's in the past. Let it go. Moving on to dating, Sagittarius. It's going to take me a few minutes to reshuffle these cards while I'm doing that. Guys, the subscribes, I thank y'all so much. Y'all are just so amazing. The likes, the shares, the comments, ringing the bell. That's important to YouTube, so I'm glad y'all are ringing that bell. And then if you're a passerby, if you're just passing by, welcome to Spirit Mail. I'm glad you stopped in. Hope to see you again. And we are going to get these cards back in there, shuffle all that stuff up so we can move on. So dating, you've got some kind of something going on in the logical mind. In your logical mind, you're kind of freaking out. What's so cool about it though is that it's like you're feeling the feels, but your logical mind's telling you no. And the reason I say that is because that card is a 2. Now it's the same card, and I'll pick it up in just a second. It's the same card as if you were looking at tarot, it would be the 2 of Swords. It's about making a choice, right? But this one is just called mental conflict. But because it's a 2, the 2 for me is about the divine feminine. It's about the feminine energy, the emotions, the nurturing side of you, the loving side of you. And it's like that loving side of you is in constant conflict with the logical side of you. For whatever reason, you're thinking this dating thing is not working right. I'm attracting the wrong people in, or possibly it's not even that they're the wrong people. You're just trying to figure it out too much. You're in your head too much, right? So you have all of this right here. This it's like Spirit's trying to get in there. Spirit's trying to counteract this nonsense you have going on right here, because there's 2 things that are never logical: love and spirituality. Never logical, right? There's nothing logical about it. It might click, right? It might click and it feels right, but it still might not be logical. Sometimes the person that is actually the right person for you looks nothing like what you would have ever drawn them to look like, or they look, or they act, or they don't do anything in their business life that you would have thought. It doesn't ever seem to be what you think it was, and it ends up being so much better than you ever imagined. So it's this, you've got this thing going on, and it's either about you're judging what you're attracting in, or you're judging what you're attracting in. Okay, God guides, we're going to get the oracle message. God guides, angels, archangels, Holy Spirit, thank you so much for... Okay, so we're going back to this card. if you look at this card really good, you see those vines up there? Each one of them have a half a heart. It looks like a half a heart. Each one of those little branches looks like a half a heart, right? So it's like you're not allowing yourself to be all in. Kind of like this other guy in the single reading. I don't know if you saw that one, but it's kind of like you're trying to be logical instead of allowing your heart to guide you when it comes to dating. Okay. God, guides, angels, archangels, Holy Spirit, give us the oracle message that goes with this mental conflict reading for our Sagittarius friends who are dating. We thank you for clear and concise messages. We thank you for love, light, and prosperity. And we thank you for clarification, confirmation, and validation. Please show us clearly what is the oracle message for our Sagittarius friends who are dating. Coming apart. So you've got the coming apart card, and it's a 46. So it's a 4, which is firm down foundations, and a 6. You know what? I'm not really sure what the 6 represents. It's my life path number, but I have no clue what it represents. I should really read it one day and see. But we're going to read it and see what it says. Now's the time to take separate paths. Wow. The coming apart card is a sign to put an end to what is no longer working for you. Has a commitment been broken? Perhaps you need to break a promise or change course because you took on more than you could handle. This is a perfect time to reassess your goals and values. Are your actions in alignment with what you believe in? Have you created a partnership that's not mutually beneficial? Separation, disillusion, and dispersion are all in focus now. If someone wishes to break away from you, don't chase the relationship out of a sense of fear. The price you'll pay will not be worth the prize. Separation brings good fortune. Okay, so this is for my Sagittarius friends who are dating. Again, not in an exclusive way, right? Casual dating, perhaps in and out of a relationship or something like that. And so I feel like what it's saying is you've got this mental conflict going on. There's like a half a heart. Based on this message, perhaps it's like you're the only half that's in this, right? The people that you're dating or the person that you're dating is not in it the way that you are in it, perhaps. And so they're saying if they leave, don't chase them. That, you know, you deserve better than that. Don't try to think of ways. Don't think of logical ways that you can hang on or anything like that. Spirit's trying to do a new work in you right here to bring you the fullness of what love really is. So let's see what the actual tarot messages say. God, guides, angels, archangels, Holy Spirit from the tarot deck. We thank you for tarot as a tool. Please show us clearly what is the message that goes with the Sagittarius group that is dating. We thank you for clear and concise messages. We thank you for love, light, and prosperity. And we thank you for clarification, confirmation, and validation. Please show us clearly what is the message for our Sagittarius friends who are dating. Okay. So we're getting the Page of Pentacles, the Hierophant, and we're getting the Ace of Wands. Okay, I love that. So what they're saying is you're working too hard to figure it out, right? This is a young energy wanting to bring something into his reality. That's the Page of Pentacles. So the Pentacles are about bringing something into your reality. In this love reading, that's what we're looking at, right? You're wanting to bring a love life, a solid love life into your reality. But you're working too hard on it. You're trying to figure too many things out. Sometimes, in some cases, you are even devaluing yourself in an effort to try to make something work. They're saying, no. No. Come apart. Go away from that. This is what they have for you. The Hierophant is about commitment, right? It's about traditional commitments. I feel like Sagittarius, this is what you're looking for. A long-term committed relationship. Something that that you feel is more traditional in a sense. Not necessarily as far as how it's partnered up, but as far as we want to be together for the rest of our lives, right? That's what you want. And so but you're wanting it so much that you're trying to bring it in your mind. Let's see, how can I explain that? It's like you're doing the work in your mind that you should be doing in your heart. And because you're doing it in your mind, you are allowing your heart to be not devalued. Yes, devalued. Yes, devalued, and you're allowing your heart to be put on the back burner because you're doing what you need to do to bring it into your reality. You see the page, the Pentacles, this guy is about doing the works in the physical world, right? So you are actually maybe dating people that you wouldn't normally date, or possibly staying in having too many dates with them when you already know it's not what you want, but you really want it to be what you want, so you're trying harder. I hope that makes sense. But the universe is saying, no, we have the guy who's ready to make the commitment. We have the woman who's ready to make the commitment. We have that person for you, Sagittarius, who's ready to make the commitment. So what are we asking you to do? We're asking you to find that passion, that love, that purpose within yourself. Because whenever you find it within yourself, and when you rely on Source and Spirit to light that fire deep in your heart, right? Where you love yourself so much that it reverberates out into the ethers, and what you attract in is people who are going to love you the way you love yourself. Because right now, I'm hearing this word, and I don't want to say it, but I have to say it. It's too needy. We're too needy right now in this effort to find somebody. This energy, this group of Sagittarius people that I'm talking to. And I'm going to tell you this too. If you weren't at a place in your life where you were ready to hear that message, you wouldn't be hearing it. But Spirit is saying you're ready to hear the message. Spirit is saying that you truly want this, but you're figuring it out in your head. They're saying no. Stop that. You're working too hard, and this is a younger energy. So what that's also telling me is that you're willing to bow down to somebody else to be able to have a relationship, because a younger energy in a relationship, and I don't necessarily mean by age, but I mean this is somebody who feels inferior to somebody else. This guy would feel inferior to the King of Pentacles, right? So this is what this is saying, is that you're feeling inferior, like maybe you're feeling like your time's running out, or you're feeling like you better latch on to somebody because nobody's gonna love you the way you would like to be loved, or something like that. The universe is saying, nope, he's there, she's there. Trust us. Go find that passion for yourself. Even if it means you need to put yourself on a timeout for a little while and find that passion for yourself. The wands are about purpose, passion, creativity, inspiration, and communication with Spirit. Get that within yourself. Date yourself for a while and realize what the beautiful value is that you have to offer within a relationship. Then this back and forth mental conflict about attracting the wrong people in, and then allowing yourself mentally to bow down to them to keep them, will be over. Because they've got for you the person who's ready to commit. They know where they are, and they know how to get you there. You got to do this first. Okay. P.S. Sagittarius friends who are dating. God, guides, angels, archangels, Holy Spirit, show us the P.S., please. What is the P.S. for our Sagittarius friends who are dating? We thank you for clear and concise messages. We thank you for love, light, and prosperity. And we thank you for clarification, confirmation, and validation. Please show us clearly what's the PS for our Sagittarius friends who are dating. Look, find your truth. Master your truth, who you are, right? This guy, he doesn't take no bull crap off of anybody because he knows who he is. And people say this is an air sign, right? People say the air signs, or at least Aquarius anyway, has no emotions. He does have emotions. He just doesn't allow his emotions or his, I'm going to say it again, neediness to put him in a position where he can be taken advantage of. Not going to happen. So Sagittarius, they're saying, find your truth, right? Find it. This is the Two of Pentacles. So once you find that balance within yourself, you'll bring that balance into your life. This is not a situation where you have to give so much. See these little pentacles? They're not like one's way up here and one's way down there. No. He's not off balance. No, he's running. He's got it balanced. They're saying balance yourself. Find the balance within yourself. Yeah, there's give and take in a relationship. Sure there is. But it's not unequal. And I feel like what's going on right now is unequal. That's why they're saying what you're doing right now, the people that you're dating or the person that you're kind of on again, off again, not the person. Not the person. That's who you are. Sagittarius, you're the Queen of Wands. Look how poised she is. Man or woman, this is not gender specific, but you're poised, you're passionate, you're purposeful. Look, and you're connected to spirit. Look at that little black cat. You have that intuition. You knew, before I did this reading, you knew that you were in the wrong relationship or that you're dating the wrong person. You already knew that. This card's telling me that. So be who you truly are. Allow yourself time to find yourself, find the fullness of who you are so that you can attract your equal match, the one that they have for you, the one that is there for you, ready to make a commitment based on the real you. Okay, Sagittarius dating friends, that's your reading. Thank you for stopping in. Again, if you're a subscriber, I love you so much. The comments, the shares, the likes, the ringing the bell thingy, all that's great. If you're a passerby, I love passerbuyer. If you're passing by, I love you too. Thank you for stopping in. Welcome to Spirit Mail, and I look forward to seeing you again. Okay, guys, we're going to move on to, I got to shuffle these cards, but we're going to move on to the coupled up Sagittarius friends and see where we go from there. Get these cards all back in there. By the way, we're going to have our round table. We're going to do a round table discussion on Sunday night. It's scheduled for 7 o'clock, where I'm going to have a few of the members of our community on, and we're going to talk about spirituality and manifesting. We're going to talk about ethical manifestation. That one, I did that video on ethical manifestation, and there was a lot of really good commentary there. So we're going to talk about that. And we had tried it already, and it was like the biggest mess because I didn't have the technology. There was technology glitz, but I got on the phone with Zoom. I didn't get on the phone. I emailed Zoom, and they came out back in my email. It was the easiest fix in the world, and I laughed because it made so much sense. Anyway, so now we're talking about coupled Sagittarius people. This is partnerships and alliances. So remember, I said something's going on right now where it's like you guys need to like grab hold of each other. This in the traditional tarot would be like the Three of Wands, where things are uncomfortable, where you see your future, you see it coming towards you, and you know you got to take a step, but it's real uncomfortable. It's kind of the same energy, except that you don't have to do it alone, right? Because you're coupled up. So they're saying grab onto each other and walk forward into this new whatever it is. I see that it's going to be a spiritual journey for you, because there's a lot of gold down here. That's the base of it. Like, that's the root energy. This is a spiritual change for you as a couple, and it's going to grow you. There's the green. It's growing you in a new direction, or in a deeper direction. So God, guides, angels, archangels, Holy Spirit, show us what is the oracle message that goes with the reading for our Sagittarius couples. We thank you for clear and concise messages. We thank you for love, light, and prosperity. And we thank you for clarification, confirmation, and validation. Peaks of joy. Don't those cards kind of go together? There's something about the energy in these cards that kind of matches up a lot. Maybe it's the flow of those ribbons with the flow of this, the way, I don't know. I just see some matching energy. But let's see what it says. And look, y'all, this is a 3. This is a double 3. Wow, this is exciting. Okay, let's see what that's about. 3 for me is all about spirit. It's working with spirit and collaboration with spirit. It's like the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit, or if it's you involved, it's you and the spirit guides and God, or your creator. Because we have 3, 3, 3. This is pretty powerful. Let's see. Peaks of joy. Okay. It says your life is filled with happiness, so share it with others. Joy is yours today. No matter what your inquiry, you will be happy with the results. You're coming closer to a sense of achievement, and you've worked hard for it. You're surrounded by true companions and events that are synchronistically arranged to bring you to the next level of your life. The world is singing a beautiful harmony. Life is exhilarating and hopeful. Let gratitude fill your heart and remember to share your happiness. Joy is contagious. So I feel like exactly what I said earlier. It's like they're bringing you to a different level, right? They're bringing you to a different level, and be in gratitude about it, because it may be a little uncomfortable. It may feel a little strange at the moment, but you're going somewhere with it. Your relationship is going to grow from it. Okay, God, guides, angels, archangels, Holy Spirit, show us clearly what is the message for our Sagittarius couples, please. Show us the message for our Sagittarius couples. And we thank you for tarot as a tool. We thank you for clear and concise messages. And we thank you for love, light, and prosperity. We thank you for clarification, confirmation, and validation. Show us clearly what is your message for our Sagittarius coupled friends. Wow. So you're coming out with the Hangman. This is like your current energy. It's almost like you've both stopped and you're looking at things from a different perspective, right? And Spirit's saying, guys, it's you. It's whatever you come together on and decide that you want to do. Because this is the Magician. This means that you create your reality, right? And then wow. They're saying your advice is to go back and remember yourselves as when you first met, or maybe remember yourselves as little children. There's something about visiting your past that's going to help you move into your future. Okay? So we're going to look at that a little deeper. So again, this is about moving through an uncomfortable time, right? And hanging on to each other while you do it. Whatever's happening with you guys, again, whether you've been dating exclusively for a very long time, whether you have been living together, or whether you are married, there is something going on within your relationship right now that's a little bit uncomfortable. If this is not your energy, then this is not your reading, okay? But there's something going on that's a little bit uncomfortable. It almost feels like a bit of a strain, and it's like this is the time to hang on tight to each other. And they're saying that you have kind of paused right now. I don't feel like you've paused from each other, but perhaps you've paused talking about it, thinking about it, dwelling on it or whatever. Perhaps you've just kind of put it on the back burner for a little bit, or something like that. But you're trying to look at it. This is a time for you to look at it from a different perspective, because this is what they want for you. Whatever you decide you want. Guys, the universe, God, the creator, the field, source, whatever it is that you call it, they don't have any rules about your relationship. I know that might sound shocking to some people, but the universe truly does not have any rules about your relationship. It's what you want, and that's what this card is about. It's not only is it what you want, but it's what you allow yourself to think about. So sometimes I feel like this is also saying sometimes you have to remember, but this isn't an advice card, but I'm going to say it anyway, that what you allow into your heart is what comes out into your relationship, right? But they're saying with this card in this position, they are saying it's your choice. There's no right or wrong in this situation as far as the universe goes or the creator goes. Now, guys, this is a general reading, so only you really know what this is about. But the creator is saying, God is saying, we don't have rules for you in this situation. This is about you and what you want as a couple, right? So their advice moving forward is to remember the past. Think about when you first came together. Think about the energetics of your relationship when you first came together. And however you move forward approaching each other from that position. In other words, and you know what? There's a part of me that just feels like it could be that this relationship is coming apart, and that this is why it's like hold on to each other, right? And that could mean hold on to each other, literally, don't come apart. But the universe doesn't, I can't imagine that the universe would say, this is what you have to do. I've never experienced that as far as this is the answer for you. They give advice and stuff like that. But the holding on part, I think, is to remember to hold on to each other. If you decide to go separate ways, still hold on to each other, right? Because your happiness is going to, your happiness is coming from within, Sagittarius. So this other person is not responsible for your happiness, and you're not responsible for theirs. Those peaks of joy, that comes from within, right? So as a couple, whatever it is that you're going through, and I'm going to say it again, it's your choice, right? It looks like you've kind of put it on the back burner a little bit, but truly it is your choice moving forward. But as you approach it, still hang on to each other. In other words, there's no reason for either party to be ugly to the other party. I don't care what happened. I don't care what the reason is. There's no reason for anybody to be ugly to anybody. If you're going forward in a breakup, hold on to them. Hold on to the idea of them as a younger child who should be handled with kid gloves. And I say that we have to remember that when we're dealing with another person, we're dealing with another soul, right? And how we treat them, we're literally, and I'm not kidding you, we're literally treating ourselves that way. How we treat them, we will be treated that same way somewhere down the road, because energy always circles back to us. So I feel like they're saying, and not just for a selfish reason, for how it comes back to you, but just because the divine lives inside them too. So hold on to the divine nature in them. Hold on to the innocent nature in them as you move forward. And this might not be about a breakup. This could be about something else. I don't know why the breakup is what came out in my mind, But this peaks of joy thing, sometimes it's our freedom. There's only one person in this card. Sometimes it's our freedom that makes us feel like this, like we can fly again, right? So whatever it is for you, Sagittarius, and it may not be a breakup, it just may be a deeper level in your relationship. But what I'm saying is, even if there is we're gonna consciously uncouple. I heard that term the other day. We're gonna consciously uncouple as a couple. We're gonna consciously uncouple, meaning that I'm gonna respect you, and you're gonna respect me, and I'm gonna continue to love you, just in a different way, because whatever the story is, you know what it is, right? But again, they're saying that however, that this is your truth. This is what they want to remind you of, that they have no rules about it, and whatever you allow in your heart is what's going to come out into your reality. And it's almost like that's your truth. That's your truth about this. You get to decide. Okay. P.S. God, guides, angels, archangels, and Holy Spirit, please show us the P.S. for our Sagittarius couples. What is your message for them? Your P.S. that goes along with this message. We thank you for clear and concise messages. We thank you for love, light, and prosperity. And we thank you for clarification, confirmation, and validation. Please show us clearly, what is your P.S. for our Sagittarius couples? Look, you have the strength within you. Whatever the situation is, Sagittarius, you have that strength within you to walk through this, whatever it is. That this is an inner strength. This is an inner knowing. This is you being one with your Creator and finding your strength there in your Creator, being able to walk it out in a graceful, loving way, because the Creator is loving, right? So you're able to walk this out in a very loving way. There's that know your truth again, right? Don't allow your emotions to hold you captive, and don't allow your emotions to determine the way in which you handle this. Detach from those emotions, right? And look at it from a different place, and then move forward in an intellectual, articulate way. This is an air sign, and people say, especially for Aquarius, they don't have any emotions. That's not true. They just detach from their emotions, and they don't allow their emotions to determine their next step, right? They make their next step based on what's the right thing to do, what's the truthful thing to do, what's the best thing to do, based on the facts. Okay, so because of the energy that I'm feeling here, I'm just going to say that I feel like this was, at one time you thought this was your soulmate, but for some reason, somewhere along the way, you've been holding on, right? You've been holding on, but you're realizing that you're being untrue to yourself, Sagittarius. So this conscious uncoupling that I feel like we're talking about here, and it may not be that, but that's the energy I'm feeling. But it's about you becoming in communion with yourself again, with the whole of who you are, and with what you deserve in your life, and with how you value yourself as a person. So even though this is a love reading, and normally I would say, oh, this is soulmate, this is you returning to you, returning to the loving yourself part of your life. I love you guys. And listen, Thank you again, all the subscribes, the likes, the shares, the comments, all that stuff, ringing that bell. Y'all are awesome. And if you're a passerby, I'm glad to have you. Welcome to Spirit Mail. And until next time, y'all all go out and have a super duper day. Bye.